If you've ever scrolled endlessly trying to find one photo and thought, I know it's in here somewhere, this video is for you. If your iPhone Photos app feels completely out of control, you're not alone. Most people have thousands of photos on their phone, screenshots, duplicates, random images, and no easy way to find what they're looking for. Today, I'm going to show you how to organize your iPhone Photos app in a way that's simple, realistic, and actually works. Hi, I'm Stacy Cassel, a certified photo manager. I help people set up systems so their photos are easy to find and ready to enjoy with just a few taps on the screen. As the owner of Snapshot Solutions, I work with clients to turn overwhelming photo collections into organized, meaningful memories. My goal is to help you organize, preserve, and most importantly, enjoy your photos without turning this into another stressful project. In this video, I'll walk you through 5 easy steps to organize your iPhone photo library. We'll talk about clearing clutter, using favorites and albums, customizing the Photos app for everyday life, and how to stay on top of it all going forward. These are practical steps you can do right from your phone. You don't have to do everything at once. There's no extra apps to download and no complicated systems to learn. Just a few minutes of effort for a noticeable improvement on how you interact with your Photos app. If you'd like a simple printable that walks you through all 5 steps, I've created a free download to go with this video. Click the link in the video description below to get the free download and follow along at your own pace. Before we dive in, it helps to understand how the iPhone Photos app works. For this video, I'll be using iOS or operating system 26. Your options may look a bit different if your phone is using a different operating system. You can see what operating system you're using if you go to your phone's Settings app, then tap General and About. If you can't find one of the options shown here today, you can post your question in the comments below for help. What we used to call the camera roll, Apple now calls your library. It includes all of the photos that you've saved to your collection and even some photos that have been shared with you. The Photos app is automatically organizing more than you may realize. It sorts photos by date, it recognizes people and pets, locations, and even objects like food, plants, and sunsets. This means you don't need to manually organize every single photo for this to work. When you understand what Apple is already doing for you, you can stop trying to do it all and focus on what actually matters. Basically, the headline here is you don't need to organize every photo. You just need the right structure or process. This is about making progress, not reaching perfection. So first up, let's tackle a quick win. Step 1 is clearing the visual noise. This means removing obvious clutter, the screenshots you don't need anymore, the duplicate photos, the bursts, and the bad selfies. These are the photos that pile up quickly and make your photos library feel overwhelming. When there's less noise, everything else becomes easier. To start, go to the Collections tab, then scroll to Media Types and Utilities. This lets you tackle one category at a time instead of scrolling your entire library. Give it a go. Set a timer for 5 or 10 minutes and stop when it goes off. Celebrate the win. Small accomplishments matter and they add up. Feel like taking it a step further? Go back to the Library tab, and then with the menu at the top of the screen, you can view options to hide screenshots from your library entirely. Just remember to turn them back on if you ever go looking for one. Step 2 is about using favorites, which you may already be familiar with, but this is about using them intentionally. By tapping the heart at the bottom of the photo, it'll automatically go into your favorites album. Favorites are not intended for every good photo you've ever taken. They're for the photos you know you want to find again easily. Think of favorite family moments, milestones, or other photos that just touch your heart. Another strategy is to use favorites as a temporary holding spot for the photos you may want to print, post, or otherwise access quickly in the future. When you no longer need that quick access, you can unfavorite them by tapping that heart again, but still keep them in your library. Or you can delete them with the trash can to get rid of it altogether. Either way, a common mistake with favorites is favoriting everything or nothing at all. But when you use favorites intentionally, they become a powerful filtering tool. Step 3 is creating your own albums. Albums are great for grouping photos you'll want to come back to later. You can find or create your albums on the Collections tab. Tap the word albums to see your personal albums and the albums you share with other people. Examples of albums might include the best photos of each of your kids, or those professional family photo sessions you had taken last fall, a recent milestone event or vacation, photo projects you're working on, or even house project before and after shots. The options are endless, which can sometimes become overwhelming. This is why I suggest starting small. Create just 3 to 5 albums, maybe a best of album for each of the people or the pets that you take the most pictures of. To add an album, tap the plus at the top of the screen, and you'll also see an option to create a new folder. Here are folders referring to a collection of albums. For example, I have a folder called Houses for all of the houses that we've lived in over the years. It's really fun to reminisce. As you get more comfortable with using albums, you'll get a better sense of what other albums will help you find your photos faster. One important thing to know, albums do not duplicate photos. The original photo is still safe in your library. The albums are just pointers or shortcuts to a photo, like a playlist of your greatest hits. One photo can live in multiple albums without taking up extra space. Step 4 is customizing the Photos app for your everyday use. This is where the magic happens and everything starts to work together. People, places, favorites, pinned albums all help surface what matters most to you. The great thing about the Photos app is that what you see is fully customizable. You can pin albums you use the most to the top and rely on people and trip sections so the photos you care about are always easy to reach. The people and pet section is incredibly helpful once you start naming faces and letting facial recognition do some of the organizing for you. Trips makes it easy to revisit cities both near and far, and you may want to pin the screenshots album after you removed it from your library back in step 1. From the menu at the top of the Collections tab, you can reorder these sections to put your most used sections towards the top. This surfaces important photos faster without extra work. And if the screen starts to feel too noisy, tap that blue arrow on the right to minimize that section. Take some time to personalize the Photos app based on your life and how you want to use it. Step 5 is what keeps everything from falling back into chaos: maintenance. Doesn't sound like a fun term, but I promise, instead of one big cleanup once a year, you'll want to aim for simple photo tune-up sessions on a regular basis. Spending 5 to 10 minutes on a new daily delete habit is a great way to clean up and enjoy your pictures. When unplanned downtime strikes, grab your phone, open up the Photos app and review the last few days, or you can type in today's date without the year. Delete any obvious clutter, remove the duplicates and similar photos, favorite a few photos to print later, and add anything important to an album. And then again, let's celebrate our win. Your daily photo maintenance is taken care of while enjoying your photo collection. It's the perfect waiting room activity. And if daily feels like too much, start with weekly or monthly. You want to think of photo organization as a rhythm, not a project. You're never going to be done as long as you keep adding new memories. Small, consistent check ins make a big difference. Now, the most powerful tool in the Photos app is the search feature. You can search by people, places, dates, and even objects or colors. Try searching for words like dog, birthday, beach, or even a specific city. This works even if your photos aren't perfectly organized. Your phone is doing the heavy lifting. Once you start using search, you don't need to remember where a photo lives. You just need to be able to describe it. And if you find yourself getting close to a photo that you're looking for, but still not hitting that exact one, Try pressing on the photo and then tapping Show in all photos to go to that photo in your library and see other photos taken around that same time. That can usually help. If you only remember one thing, make it this: mastering search is key. Being able to find your favorite photos quickly is way more important and more fun than focusing on removing the clutter. I hope you try one or all of these tips, and please let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear from you. Comment below and share which step will make the biggest difference for you. Remember, the key takeaway here is that you don't need a perfect photo library. You just need a system that helps you find the photos you care most about and enjoy them often. If this video helped you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with friends who also want to enjoy their photos. For more practical photo organizing tips, explore the rest of the Photo Manager's YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.